Open Square is a 19th century mill complex with 7 buildings and over 650,000 square feet of space. I am converting the mills into a mixed-use project which will eventually include office space, residential lofts, retail space, and event space. I actually wear several hats in developing Open Square. I'm the designer for the majority of the space, and also my company oversees the construction and management of the building. The property has been in my family for over 30 years, and I was working as an architect in New York, and the opportunity came up to work on this project, and a lot of the conditions were in place for this project to really move forward and also be a tremendous part of Holyoke's rebirth. Open Square is the original Lyman Mills. The first mill we have, Mill 1, was actually the first mill built under the plan for the city of Holyoke. It was built in 1848 in conjunction with the original dam for the city and was operated by the company that built the dam and later split off into a separate company to manufacture textiles. The mill space that I'm working with is really great to work with. The natural materials, the brick, the wood that you see here is really a great base to work from. These are materials that if you were to start from scratch today, very few people could afford to work with these materials. So I'm starting with a really rich palette of materials and also beautiful wide open space, tall ceilings. And what I do from there is try to insert a modern sensibility into it and also to make the space usable, attractive, and try to make something more out of the existing space. This is the 4th floor of Mill 4. It's our first fully completed office floor. It's 35,000 square feet. In this particular case, this floor is 350 feet long. So I took what could have been a liability, which is a very long and narrow corridor, and tried to utilize that and turn it around. And so the curve you see here creates a street-like atmosphere, and the storefront windows literally open up the offices to the hallway. And because of the width and the volume of the hallway, people tend to leave those areas open and can communicate even if it's just watching their neighbors go by. This is an example of one of our renovations in progress. This is a 3rd floor bathroom, and I like to use as many local craftspeople as possible. The sink, the concrete sink, was done by a local company, Alpha Stone. The trim work up above on the steel is Steelhead Studios, and I try to integrate as many materials as I can from local people and also to integrate the older building elements with the new design. It's a challenge to work in modern space and modern conveniences in an older building, but with care it really produces a great result. The canals are another aspect that is a real asset to the building. We're actually located between 2 canals. The eastern part of the building goes right into the water of the lower canal. We have 2 hydroelectric turbines which take advantage of the water on the canals. The first level canal on the west side of the building is 20 feet higher than the canal on the east side of the building, and that drop is essentially what creates the energy that we convert into power. We are at present a net zero energy building. We actually generate more electricity than the energy that the building uses in terms of both electrical energy and heating energy. And one of my goals is to develop the entire complex as a net zero energy building. The reason I'm doing this project in Holyoke is Holyoke has just an enormous potential. It was the first planned industrial city in the country, and there was a reason for that. It has enormous natural resources, and it's also one of the best small planned cities in the world, actually. It's got a tight grid wrapped around a water feature, the canals, and the Connecticut River then wraps around that. It's nestled between some of the most beautiful landscape in New England, and it's really well set, well prepared for a renaissance. The most satisfying aspect with this project is seeing the results of my design effort and the response from the people moving in. It's really great to work on a project like this, work with a lot of local craftspeople and contractors, and there's a lot of people involved in putting something like this together. Being a part of a city that is turning around and is beginning to turn around really rapidly, and to be part of that, to help that, it's a real pleasure for me to participate.